Hello friends, today I shall tell you the step-wise procedure of designing a flexible pavement as per IRC 37 with granular base and subbase. Let us assume that the data which you have for designing a pavement are like this. It's a two-lane highway. Initial traffic in current year is 1,500 commercial vehicles per day both ways. Growth rate of traffic is estimated to be 6%. Time to complete the construction 3 years. Design life 15 years. Vehicle damage factor is estimated as 6 and effective CBR is 7%. Now with these data, we need to design the pavement section for this road. The first step is to determine or to estimate traffic in the year of completion. And completion period is given 3 years, and therefore the traffic is present day traffic into 1 plus R power X. X is the number of years to take the construction for the construction. Now P is 1500, R is 0.06 and this is 3. So this is 1786 commercial vehicles per day. This is the traffic at the end of completion of the project. Now you find out what is the design MSA, total number of commercial vehicles during the design period. N is given by this equation 365 into A into 1 plus R power N minus 1 upon R into D into F. Now understand these parameters. A we have calculated here 1786 vehicles per day. R is known 0.06. N design period which is taken as 15 years in this example problem. D is called the distribution factor. Traffic distribution in two directions, and for a two-lane road this factor is taken 0.5. F is the VDF which is given as 6. So you know all these parameters. A 1786, R 0.06, N is 15 years and D is 0.5, F is 6. So this is coming like 45,520,116, or you can say 46 MSA, million standard axles. This is the design traffic. Now the third step is to determine the effective CBR. Now in this case effective CBR is given, that is 7%. And for this effective CBR, what would be the value of MR, modulus of resilience of subgrade? And because this value is more than 5, so you take the equation which is given in IRC 37, 17.6 into CBR power 0.64, and this is 62 MPa. This is the MR value of support subgrade. Fourth step is to select a trial section, and let us assume that we will be using during construction VZ40 binder, and bituminous layer will be one layer of DBM, and above that you have bearing course of bituminous concrete. So let us assume a cross section or the pavement section like this, that you have the subgrade soil here with a MR value of 62 MPa. Above that you have subbase, then you have base course, and then bituminous course, where that is DBM plus BC. Now as per IRC 37, subbase should be provided so that you have 100 millimeter thickness for drainage layer and 100 millimeter thickness for filter layer. If a single layer is provided which will serve as both drainage layer and filter layer, then minimum thickness is recommended 150 millimeter. Now let us take 200 millimeter of subbase here, which will be granular subbase. And in the base, let us say you have 150 millimeter of WMM, and above that you have 100 millimeter of DBM plus 40 millimeter of BC. We assume this section for this highway, for this example problem. So fifth step now will be for calculation of E value for each layer. Calculate E value or modulus of resilience for each value or for each layer. Now for subgrade, E value for subgrade you have taken 62 MPa. This is based on CBR. When base and subbase both are of granular size, granular material, then we take a single value of MR for both layers, and the equation for MR for granular layer is 0.2 into thickness raised to the power 0.45 multiplied by MR of support. MR support basically here is the MR of subgrade value. 0.2 into thickness is 200 plus 150, that is 350 millimeter, power 0.45 into 62, and this is 173 MPa. This is the MR value of combined layer of base and subbase. And for bituminous layer, let us assume that you will be using VG40 in the construction, and from IRC 37 table, MR value for bituminous layer is 3000 MPa at 35 degrees centigrade. Now you know MR value of each, thickness of each. Calculate what is the allowable strain for this cross section, for this pavement. And for that, we can use 90% liability equations as given in IS 37. There are two criteria. One is the rutting, another is the fatigue. Rutting equation as given in the code is NR is equal to 1.41 into 10 to the power minus 8 into 1 upon epsilon V power 4.5337. This is the rutting equation. Allowable strain you can calculate from this equation. This is the vertical compressive strain at top of subgrade. NR, the design life. Design life you have taken 46 million. So 46 into 10 power 6. So for this value of NR, what is the value of epsilon V? You can calculate. Epsilon V will be 3.7859 into 10 to the power minus 4, or you can say 378.59 micron. That is the allowable strain for given design life. Another criteria is fatigue, and here also you can take 90% reliability equation as given in IRC 37, and here NF is given by 0.5161 into 10 to the power minus 4 into C into 1 upon sigma T power 3.89 into 1 upon MR power 0.854. This is a fatigue equation given in IS 37. Now C is a parameter which depends upon the volumetrics of the mixed design. So you can assume some values taking guidance from the IRC 37, but this is to be fulfilled at the time of construction, the time of mixed design. So C is given by 10 power M, and M is a parameter which is 4.84 into VBE upon VA plus VBE minus 0.69. That is the equation given in IS 37. Volume of effective binder, volume of air wires, that gives you M and from M you can calculate C. So let us assume some values of this volume of binder, effective binder, say 11.5%. You take this as 11.5%, and because you are providing a single layer of DBM, there is no binder course, so you can take air wires as 4%, and if you calculate this value of M is 0.25188, and when you put this value of M into this equation, C will be 1.786. Now this is the value of C. Now here again, NF, number of cycles to failure, that is 46 in 10 power 6. C is now 1.786. MR is 3000. So using this equation, you calculate what is the epsilon T, tensile strain at the bottom of the bituminous layer. That will be the allowable strain. So this epsilon T is 169.6 micron. So now you have the allowable strain. That is the tensile strain at bottom of the bituminous layer, and this is the vertical compressive strain at the top of subgrade. Now these are the allowable strain. So for assumed pavement section, what is the actual strain coming? For that you run the IITPAVE software with certain parameters, certain input parameters, and input parameters are like this. You have now 3 number of layers: subgrade, base, subbase combined together, and bituminous layer. So the parameter would be, number of layers will be 3. Then for layer 1, elastic modulus starting from top 3000, Poisson ratio is 0.35 and thickness is 140. For second layer, elastic modulus you calculated 173 for base and subbase combined. Poisson ratio is 0.35 and thickness here is total of base subbase, that is 350 millimeter. For layer 3, MR value is 62 and Poisson ratio is 0.35. Wheel load, we take 20,000 Newton, tire pressure 0.56 and analysis point are 4. Why do we need 4? We need 4 because you need the strain at bottom of bituminous layer and strain at top of subgrade. So you need the strain just vertically below the center of the wheel and also at the edge of the wheel. So you take the point here, depth 140 and radial distance 0, depth 140 and radial distance 155 millimeter. 155 millimeter coming from the radius of the circular area, that is 310 millimeter, so half of that. And similarly for subgrade, you have total thickness now 490 millimeter and radial distance 0 and 155. Wheel set is single wheel, so take 1 and then submit this data and run the program. Now after you run the program, you get the actual strain at bottom of the bituminous layer here and the vertical compressive strain here at the top of subgrade. Now this value is epsilon T is coming 165.1 micron and this value is 246.0 micron. Now you can see here that this is less than allowable strain and here also it is less than allowable strain. So your design is safe. Now if by chance your design is not safe, if it fails in tensile strain here, then increase the thickness of the bituminous layer. If it fails in the rutting, increase thickness of base or subbase. I have already told in my earlier videos how to run this IITPAVE software. You can watch those videos. I will provide link in the description box. That is how we design a flexible pavement for a 2-lane highway with granular base and subbase. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you have any question, you can write.